This is downtown Yarmouth. We made it to the waterfront. So they have a nice waterfront here. Cool little boardwalk, places to moor your boats. I don't see any sailboats in the harbor today, but yeah, normally you end up with some guys coming here with sailboats from down the States and other places in Canada. Yeah, this is really neat. They got guys dressed up like British soldiers and pirates. That's cool. That's neat. I don't know what we're here for, but we stumbled upon something. Oh. Oh. This is a nice little memorial they have here. It's to the men lost at sea from here, Yarmouth County, and the crew of ships owned in Yarmouth County who have been lost at sea. We honor those names here. Oh wow, there's a lot. It really puts in perspective how dangerous fishing is here. And I mean, every little town here along the waterway, all along the shoreline, you'll have memorials similar to that one, just to the men that have been lost over the years. It says Region Acadian of Argyll. So now we've entered another French region of Nova Scotia. So we had the one between Digby to Yarmouth, and now apparently there's another one from Yarmouth further down this coast. So here we are, we've made it to an interesting piece of Canadian history, the Shag Harbor UFO crash site. So in 1967, there was a crash of a UFO that was observed by a lot of people in the town of Shag Harbor, and fishing boats actually went out to try to go and investigate. And at first they probably thought it was aircraft, so they went out to try to find wreckage or survivors. And that incident was actually reported to the RCMP, and the RCMP had to do an investigation as well as the Canadian Air Force. And no crash was ever found. They tried to search for any wreckage. They tried doing sonar and stuff, and nothing ever came up. There's a museum in Shag Harbor that we're gonna go, and it has more information, and we're gonna go check that out after this. But look at that. It's an alien lobster. Secrets of the Sea, it's called. I like these symbols he's doing with his hands. And yeah, that's us here at the southern tip. So over here, we're gonna end up in Cape Sable Island, and I don't know how much we're gonna see because right now, all I see is fog. So, and even over there, there's some islands. Can't really see them either. The Shag Harbor UFO incident occurred during the night of October 4th, 1967. Several local residents reported seeing something in the air that night over the waters off Shag Harbor and believed the object crashed into the water. The sighting was reported to the local RCMP, who responded to the scene near the Moss plant in Shag Harbor. In spite of searching the area into the early morning hours, no evidence of any craft was found. The incident was witnessed by many local people and recorded or reported by the RCMP, the Royal Canadian Air Force, and the Rescue Coordination Center. Those people believe that it happened. Those fishermen definitely believe that they saw something hit the water that night. It's just a little piece of Canadian history that I don't think many people know. And it's neat that we were able to come out here and come see, you know, where it may have crashed. This is the UFO Center in Shag Harbor. So this is the little UFO museum. Right here, this is cool, little depiction of what happened. So yeah, they saw it, crash landed, went in the water, they could still see the lights. Now we're gonna go in. A little alien. These pilots on the same night, they were flying between Boston and London, and they reported a UFO on this night, same night, October 1967, right in this area on their flight path. And then, you know, Shag Harbor is just down here. And that's the aircraft that they saw the alien ship that night on. While the Shag Harbor incident is Canada's most famous UFO case, no one reported a UFO. So the guys just didn't know what it was. They didn't report it as a UFO, and they didn't want someone to think that they were crazy. So maybe more people have actually seen the UFO than actually reported it, because they just didn't want to be run out of town. RCMP searched 5 days for a UFO which crashed into Shag Harbor. The case remains open and unsolved. I like this. That is really nice artwork. UFO sightings, Shag Harbor.
This is the logbook from the Coast Guard when they were trying to search, and they talked about the different things that they were looking for in Shag Harbor. They said October 4th, off Shag Harbor area reported by RCMP Barrington of aircraft crash, searched area with other boats, returned after no sightings. Next day, resumed search for aircraft or question mark, returned after no sightings. The 6th, resumed search with many divers, returned after no sightings again. And then up here is a picture of the divers who were searching on October 7th, 1967.
So I just want to give a big thank you to the Shag Harbor Incident Society, who allowed us to go into the museum and film that little bit that we were showing you. So we got some really cool little souvenirs. I like this little lobster UFO, a postcard. So now we're headed down to Cape Sable Island, which is the southwesterly tip of Nova Scotia. Here we go, Cape Sable Island Causeway. Yeah, look at the fog. So you got fog on one side, then you got fog on the other side. This is the Hawk Beach. They say lobster capital of Canada. Found out it's called the Hawk because a schooner, which is a ship, crashed or shipwrecked here, and then that's how it got its name, the Hawk. And this is one of the prettiest beaches in all of Nova Scotia. Still looks really nice, even though we got all this fog today. This sand is really nice. Yeah, it's the southerly-most community in Nova Scotia. Anything else, Courtney?
It's also the southernmost community in all of Canada when you don't count Ontario, because Ontario jumps down into the States.
Now that we're here, this is as far south as we can go. I have to go get into the water. Another cool fact about around here, there's a lot of great white sharks that live in and along around these islands. They're up here in the summertime eating the seals, and then they head back down south in the wintertime. But yeah, there could be a huge great white shark out there. No idea. I'm not going to be in long enough or deep enough to really have to worry about it. So, as I'm getting out there, there's a bunch of rock outcrops, and I was kind of worried about getting one of those lobsters grabbing my toes or a crab. But it's weird, like when you get out there, this looks soft like sand, but up there it's hard as a rock. So just neat. But yeah, you look at the color of this sand. That's beautiful. On a sunny day, I bet you it looks a lot whiter than it does gray. Up here where it's kind of dried out already, how much whiter this sand is compared to over there. Very gray, just like the fog. It's basically the same color as the fog. Pictures that you see of the Hawk Beach, you know, when it's sunny out, it almost, you can imagine you're in the Bahamas or something with that blue water. another interesting thing I'm kind of noticing is these, they look like they're logs are like fallen over trees that are here, and this even looks like roots. So I wonder if those are fossilized trees, or maybe just trees that were here and, you know, the oceans reclaimed all this through erosion. But yeah, looking over where all those people are, it looks like they're like tree stumps. So we're gonna go over there and check that out, because that might be you know, fossilized trees that were covered up by sand, and now the sand's gone back up. But that could be, you know, thousands and thousands of years old. So these are really interesting. Now, like, we've confirmed that they are tree stumps, you know.
They're so smooth.
Honestly, it's hard to date how old these are, because obviously this was a forest at one time. But that's what happens. These get buried. They, you know, don't fully become fossils, but, you know, they're buried by the sand, and then decades or thousands of years later, they're revealed again. But yeah, so this is just like an old forest.
On the Government of Nova Scotia website, it says, walk this white sandy beach and explore the 1,500-year-old drowned forest, a broad area of petrified tree stumps still rooted in the original soil that are exposed at low tide. Wow.
So that's 1,500-year-old tree stumps. So exactly what we thought they were, yeah, 1,500 years ago.
The drowned forest.
The drowned forest. Wow. Yeah, that's, yeah, we had no idea. Look at this, it's like it's still holding soil. Like, that's still organic material. And the roots. This is my favorite random find of the day.
Look at when you dig it up.
Yeah, no, it's 1,500-year-old dirt right there. So, you know, anytime we come to a beach, we have to pay the beach tax. So we picked up some garbage. I'm gonna be taking that out with us. I've actually seen quite a few people walking around picking up garbage. Even one guy had a bag with him, so he was really trying to come here just to do a beach cleanup. So it's nice to see. Yeah, that's beautiful water there. Oh, too bad it's foggy, but we're hoping that the fog's gonna burn off. Right now, we're gonna head out, try to get some drone footage of the tallest lighthouse in Nova Scotia. So we're here at the very tip, as far as the road goes. It just ends at this guy's house. In that direction there, that's where the island is that has the tallest lighthouse in Nova Scotia. But unfortunately, you can't see it. We can hear it right there. But yeah, I'm just not gonna be able to fly my drone over there. Oh wow, look at that. What are you chickens doing? You guys coming over here? What? You just turn around? I got some food for you. All right, there they go. There's some scared chickens running off. Yeah, it looks like the fog's even getting worse, I would say. So me and Courtney, we gotta head back to Yarmouth, where hopefully it's a lot less foggy. There go some more chickens. Click, 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 click. Where you guys going? Where you running to? There's some scared girls right there. Oh wow. Never seen chickens run so fast. That's why they call them chickens. That's how it goes around here when you live near the coast. You just come a little bit inland and it's a beautiful day. So we saw this sign on the highway as we're heading back to Yarmouth, and it's pretty interesting. So the Pubnicos, 1653, the oldest region still Acadian. Yarmouth, on the edge of everywhere. So now me and Courtney, we're gonna walk down to that First World War Memorial, have a look. There's Yarmouth Hotel. So you could come here, you could stay there. Yeah, but down here, it's a nice little street. Seagulls out, you know, making a bunch of noise. Okay, so that building right there, Yarmouth Block, 1892. This is a Charizard. Here's a Remax. So any properties, let's see, what are they selling spots out here for? $224,000 gets you something like this. You know, you can buy some vacant land. Let's see, $345,000. Good prices in case you ever want to come out, you know, move to this county. There's Courtney rocking away. The Greco, where you can go buy your donaires and garlic fingers. The old Royal Bank of Canada. That's the Yarmouth Town Hall. Courthouse. And we managed to walk basically that entire street now, and we've come upon the First World War Memorial. Wow, this is a really interesting war memorial. So you see he's got the Lee Enfield rifle, but he's got the cigarette in his mouth as well. I've never seen a picture like that, and that's just him, you know, marching away. Yeah, a lot of men served from around here. Henry Hebert, 1922, or Henri Hubert. To the glory of God and dedicated to the memory of those people of Yarmouth town and county who gave their lives in defense of their country and freedom cause. 1939 to 1945, the honor roll appears on the tablet adjacent. Their names live forevermore. But the detail on this statue is quite striking to me. You can see there, his sleeves are out. It looks like he's wearing a vest, because he is. And what they used to have was this leather vest with, it would be lined underneath, and that was just to help keep them warm and I guess dry. But yeah, you don't really see many of those surviving. But then over here too, you can see where the action is on his rifle. He's got that protected. That's also to protect the mud from getting into there. He's got the bayonet on his side, the little satchel there, cigarette. Yeah, the amount of detail is pretty amazing. He's got he's got like a coat on, and he's got undergarment, then he has the vest, you know, ammo pouch. He's got the puttees here, so that's also for when they had the mud, you know. They have that, you know, wrapped around all the way up. Yeah, it's really cool. Very striking, actually. I've seen a lot of First World War memorials and statues, and I would have to say that is one of my favorite ones, if not my favorite one I've ever seen, because of how unique that is. Because most of the time when you see a figure, he's dressed in, you know, the military dress, but it's not a combat uniform. Whereas that guy is just going on, it's like any day in the trenches, or he's just marching off, you know, to the front line. That's exactly what they would have worn at the time. So it really does, it's like a snapshot in history when you see something like that. So now we're over here, we just ordered some drinks from Heritage Brewing Company, and I'm gonna let you know what they're like. There's Courtney already over there. I'm gonna run across the road, jaywalk. Yeah, look at these.
Yum.
Oh yeah, any beer is good beer, right?
Like 8 of their 12 beers or something,
Yeah.
or 13 beers.
They got a ton of them here. Hey, look, it's that lighthouse, you know, that we were looking at earlier. The apple core shaped.
Oh yeah.
Cape Forchaux.
Forchaux.
Forchaux. The cherry cider, which I love cherries. That's great. I would drink that all day. All day. Norseman. After, you know, Leif Erikson. Skull. That's wicked too. Wow. Rusty Truck for Mater. That's pretty good. I like this more. Gale Force. It's a stout.
That's really dark.
I like that. That's really good. tastes like kvass. So I hope you guys found that interesting. You know, you can come here, check this place out sometime. Yeah, get a ton of beer.